Hey everyone, welcome to the video. We'll be showing a few hits today on 6 ER and 7 ER bases, and kind of seeing how attacks are looking in last week of the season. We're running pretty much the same offense as 6 ER, and we still don't have art, but we'll jump in the hits. So here we got 6 ER, and we hit most of these the same way, going 3 HCs, 5 RCs from the right. Main thing to start is how you use the hero. So if we angle him just right, you can pop his ability and he gets more than one cannon. So in this case, we use it right away and also barding the shock blaster. But you can see just at the end, he gets that second cannon. And we use it one more time on the left. And just using his bomb stuff just to speed up taking down buildings. After the first 2 ERs go down, you can flare right, maybe throw a shock in that boom cannon. And if you want to play it safe, you can clear at least as much as you want at this point. And then you flare the last 4 ERs. So I think here we go up to that sniper, and then we start flaring. And hopefully you don't use too much GB by then, so you have enough for throwing a bunch of shocks when you flare the last few ERs. I like to use his bomb stuff one more time on whichever ER he's close to. Sometimes it's that one, or sometimes it's the last few. And then you can just flare the final ER and throw a few smokes. I think most hits you get around 250, 255. Some of them are a bit different, but I think for the most part I hit the same way. Here's a slightly different one with an ER more to the left. So in that case I like going 2-6 all from the left side. And then dropping 3 RCs behind each HC and the hero behind. We wait for the hotpot to go up, since if he already does bomb stuff and the hotpot goes up, then there's a bug where he just stays where he is. So you can avoid that just by waiting till it pops up. And now we just want everyone to stick to the left side. We bart that cannon, maybe it'll help save a shock. And we kind of get a good split here. A few RCs going to the right, so we do another shock. The idea is, you might get this bottom ER first or the top left, but you just want to clear it, get a few buildings to save shocks. And once it's good enough, you can start flaring the last 3. The more shocks you save at the start, the more you have for the back end. So here we throw a few on both cannons and machine guns, since machine guns do a lot of damage up close. It looks like we'll pull 256. If bases do have rockets, you might want to clear a bit more of them. So even from a distance, they can do a lot of damage. And we went 7 on this account, so I'd say it's a pretty decent compared to 6. You get more deck layout, and I'd say it's longer to clear. Maybe getting around 245 on most 7s. But speaking of, we got a 7 right here. And I think this is one of 2 common layouts on 7, at least so far. I like splitting up everyone, so 1 HC and 3 RCs on the left, and the same on the other side. And here I think the main point is dropping the hero on the right side. You can bar that doom cannon or whatever building's there. Here we get the hotpot bug, kind of works in our favor, it kills that ER for us. But we want the hero on the right side, because those last 2 ERs in the corner, if he's on the right side, then he can use his bomb stuff a few times and deals a ton of damage. So here we pop it again. And just watching where our troops are going. If a boom cannon is being annoying, then you can shock it. So here the hero goes to the right side, and that's exactly where we want him. Use another bomb stuff to speed up that shock launcher. And most of these bases, if you get a good split, then it can be a fast time. Around 245, 250. Here we just bart the ER that might take the longest. And maybe use one more ability. But they fall around the same time, so we get 254. Things might change as more people get tiny shocks, but I think early 7 ERs might stick to this layout. But we'll move on to the next one. Here we got another 6 ER. It looks a bit dirty with max rockets and a bunch of buildings. But we'll take the same approach as a first hit. going 3-5 from the right side. And again, using the hero ability just to clear a bunch of buildings. So we can just spread them out, 3 HCs, 5 RCs, and the hero wherever you might get some value. So in this case, a machine gun kills that, the critter launcher, and the cannon. And we bought that shock blaster and any building that's there, like doom cannon, even boom cannon. Since it's on its own, you can save maybe a shock in this case. Another thing you can do is just flare cannons directly and then something else, since you don't really care about rockets or hot pots. But if you flare cannons and then something else, you can just move the hit along faster. So here you can just flare the last ERs. And I think we saved the ability for the last one, but might not even need it. Yeah, throw a few more shocks and we'll flare the last ER. The faster you are with flaring these ERs, the better the hit will flow. So if you notice you're a bit too slow or even fast in flaring, you can try to nail the perfect timing. But we'll look at one more hit. And here we got another 7 ER for our last hit. A bit nastier with max rockets. But this layout I like going from the right side. Using 2.6 is a bit risky since there's not a lot of meat shield, but we do bar out the gym cannon, so makes it a bit easier. And the main part about this hit is making sure the hero stays on the right side. Even throw a shock early just to protect our HC a bit longer. And we're waiting on the bomb stuff till the hot puck goes down, since we don't want the bug to happen. But once the hero's on the right, we can use his ability. And usually you can get a good split, as long as the hero is on the right, with a few RCs. Those rockets can be annoying. In this case, hero I think goes on the left side, so we can use more bomb stuff to kill those rockets. And the ones on the left, HC dies, so throw a few shocks. And here we get a good split on this base, so both left and right ERs are dying around the same time. And when that happens, you can just get ready to flare the final two. So as we're just about dead, we can get the flare ready and pop his ability. And we get at 247, so not the fastest time. But looks like it's good enough. And again, bases are probably going to change since there's more tech at 7. But for now, these are the kind of hits we're looking at. And as far as next tech goes, if you want to max out at 6 CR, I'd probably pick up rockets and max those out. Maybe get the RC boost, since it's a sizable amount, like 24%. Art is another option, but since it's also expensive, I think I'd rather choose rockets over it. We still haven't picked up those two protos, but they can help out even though none of them shoot air. They still are two buildings that maybe you gotta clear. And for those who are gonna go 7, there is that troop boost node that you gotta worry about. If you want to be faster to Tiny Shock, might want to get bombers, but I think long-term heavies are a better option, since if you want to max a tree, then art is also right behind it. And we probably won't be seeing much use of defib since it's only level 1 this season, so that's bringing back just 6 rifles or 1 heavy, so not a lot of value there. Same with remote hack, it's level 1, so I think most are gonna be sticking with Tiny Shock, since it's a full 30 seconds. And since it's already been 2 weeks with the new hero, I think it's about time where we can maybe hear some more feedback on what you guys think of how strong it is. Some abilities are really good, some are bad. Since, again, the devs wanted to use this season kind of as a test to see how good the hero is, if maybe it'll come to the main island. So if you want, leave a comment below and say what you think. And I'll give that feedback to the devs, so the next time we see the hero, whether it's Warships or main island, might have a few changes. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.